Hello, family. Hi, guys. Sanbonani. Dumelang Abshin. It is your girl, Lindy Nala here. Welcome to another episode. So, to all our newbies, a warm welcome to all of you. I trust you'll have an insightful journey with us. So, my name is Lindy Nala. As I said, I'm a relationship coach and an author. Listen up, you guys. So, today I want us to talk about signs of a jealous or an obsessive partner. So listen up. Falling in love and being in love is a beautiful thing. It's an admirable thing. However, there is a thin line between being in love or being obsessed about someone. All right? There is a very thin line. So this is the reason why today I wanted to talk about signs of a jealous or an obsessive partner. We are going to cover 7 key signs of a jealous or an obsessive partner. Without further ado, let's get straight into it, y'all. Sign number one. Sign number one. They will become controlling. Okay, so which means that your partner will definitely check your phones, they will check your emails, they will follow your social media interactions. They do this so that they know exactly what you're doing because they are obsessed about you. Okay, they want to know every little detail about where you've been, your location. In some instances, I've heard in some relationships where a partner might be required to actually share their exact location to their significant other. This is not a good trait to have, okay? Especially in a romantic relationship. All right, it's unhealthy. See the signs for what they are. Number 2, isolation. This may involve one partner wanting to isolate, obviously, their partner from interacting with people outside of the relationship. It could be with friends, it could be with colleagues, it could be with family. You will feel trapped. You will feel that you are not permitted to be out and about or to even establish other relationships outside of your romantic relationship with your partner. This is due to the fact they want to keep you isolated so that they can have more control over you, and then you will be left with no form of support in your time of need. This is very dangerous. I've seen it more and more nowadays. People find or they entangle themselves into this type of relationship and they see it as love. Hence, I said in the beginning, there is a thin line between love and obsessiveness. Be on the lookout. Right. Number 3, there will be an excessive need for reassurance. In most instances, partners who are obsessive or jealous of their significant other are very much insecure. So they will constantly ask you if you are, in love with them or if you love them constantly because they feel they have a void inside. Okay, so they feel a need to be constantly reassured. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, expressing your feelings to someone or to your significant other is something that should not feel or forced at any given time. It should be something that is voluntarily shared with their spouse as and when the moment calls for it. It shouldn't be something that should feel forced at any given moment. Key sign number 4. That you may be in a relationship with a jealous or an obsessive partner is that they will have a volatile temper. Okay, so what happens is they will sometimes become very angry or they will sulk with you when you have fun without them, or without even including them in your plans, and they see you happy and they see you smile because in their minds they believe, I believe you guys, they believe that they are the only ones that can make you happy. All right, please pay attention to these key signs. Number five, they will constantly make false accusations. All right, I've also experienced this in one of the relationships that I've been in the past. Okay, when I was a little bit younger, Your partner may constantly want to accuse you of cheating, all right? Constantly you find yourself in a situation where you constantly have to explain your whereabouts or to defend yourself, okay, against these accusations. They do this so they can make you feel small, because remember, I said they are insecure. So, in order for them to feel secured about themselves, they have to constantly find fault with you. They have to constantly accuse you of sleeping around or of being unfaithful. And remember, when you focus on something, it expands, okay, in most instances. So, if you have already convinced yourself that your partner is cheating, you'll definitely see evidence where there is none. So that's one thing I know for sure. Your partner will constantly try and accuse you of cheating because, as I said, in their minds, you are already doing that which you are not. In their minds, they believe that you are already, seeing other people outside of their relationship because, as I said, they feel insecure. Sometimes they may feel that they do not deserve you. Okay, this definitely stems from feelings of insecurity. Do pay close attention to these signs, guys. Number six, they will undermine their partner's success. All right, I've seen that, especially in relationships where there is jealousy at play. You may find that your partner constantly criticizes you about your achievements. They will belittle you, and they will make it seem like a very insignificant, simply because, as I said, they are very insecure and they do not want to see you succeed. Okay, your success becomes a threat to them, and this is something that makes them feel very, very uncomfortable. Okay, this is very, very dangerous. To be married or to be in a relationship with a jealous or an obsessive partner, please pay close attention. All right, do not be caught off guard. Number seven. Number seven sign that you may be in a relationship with an obsessive or a jealous partner is that you will be expected to spend all your free time with them. Okay, you find it very, very difficult to even have free time, time just to be alone with yourself, with your thoughts. This person, sometimes they do this because they feel entitled. Okay, they feel entitled towards you. They feel that they own you. There's a sense of ownership towards you. In fact, they fail to understand why you need time away from them. They fail to understand why you need time away from the relationship. Okay, but in a normal relationship, you need to be with someone that understands that you need to have other relationships outside of that romantic relationship with your partner. They need to be supportive of your personal goals and ambitions, other activities that you may be involved in that are outside of your relationship. You never have to feel guilty, or you never have to feel that you are going to be punished for pursuing things that drive you or things that bring happiness to your life. Be very, very alert, guys. Stay awake and look out for those signs. Finally, in closing, what I want to just leave you guys with is that, a caring partner will never ever force you to give up your personal ambitions, or your personal goals and dreams, career aspirations, etc., just for the sake of the relationship. Okay, they will never force you to give up your friends. They will never force you to give up your relationships with your family. Okay, if you find that your partner is portraying some of these key signs that I've just mentioned, it may be time that you need to evaluate that relationship, because they may be seeking to dominate you, and that is not a very healthy trait to have. Okay, maybe I can just share a few tips on how you can handle a situation such as this. If you find yourself in a relationship with a controlling partner or someone who is jealous, a jealous partner, I would highly advise you that you try and just find time to sit down together, have a discussion with your partner in a very calm way. All right. Let them know how their reaction makes you feel. All right, express your feelings, and then obviously decide on based on how they react to you expressing your feelings and your emotions about the manner in which they handle their relationship, or they show or they display their jealousy or their obsessive tendencies. All right. Then the second thing that you might also want to do is to establish boundaries. It's very important, okay, to establish boundaries from the onset in a relationship. Let them know, how you handle certain things, especially if you're going to be going out with your girlfriends or with your family on various outings, etc. Let them know that I will contact you once I arrive. I will let you know once I'm there. And also, don't be afraid to let them know that you will not be on the phone the whole time, because you will be interacting with other people. It's as simple as that. Just communicate that, so that they are aware of what the boundaries are as far as you are concerned. All right, it's very, very important to be clear. Communicate those boundaries, communicate those expectations up front, because as I said, you don't want to be caught off guard. And then finally, you need to be open, you need to be very much transparent about what your expectations are. Guys, please be honest at the beginning. If you are not transparent, it's going to be very, very difficult once you've been in a relationship with that person for a longer period, okay? Because now they would be used to doing certain things or to behaving in a certain way and getting away with it, because you simply did not communicate upfront, or you were not open or transparent about what your expectations are in a relationship. This is very, very critical, because it will definitely avoid any confusions or misunderstandings in the relationship in the long term. All right. So it's crucial that couples do establish some boundaries, as I said, at the beginning, and expectations, because at the end of the day, you don't want to find yourself in a position where, or in a relationship where you are uncomfortable. All right, where you feel that you have to hide the person that you are. Have those uncomfortable conversations, guys. This is very, very critical. All right, have those uncomfortable conversation in order for you guys to be able to be in a healthy relationship in the long term. All right. I remember back in the days when I was young, I used to think that jealousy was a normal thing. I just thought it was like a healthy thing, for someone to have. I thought it was coming from a place of love. But as I grew older, I realized, guys, that it can be very, very destructive, all right, if it is not dealt with early on. So it can destroy another person, can destroy someone, all right, and it can end up being something that a person may end up, being resentful of. So be very, very careful, all right? Deal with it very, very carefully and very gently. As I said, sit down with your significant other and iron out your differences, and make sure that you communicate your expectations upfront. As I close, this is what I want to leave you with. Stay alert and speak up. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, talk about it. Have a discussion about it, okay? Most importantly, what I want to ask you guys to do is protect your boundaries. Most of us were not raised in family where there were boundaries, set boundaries, or there were boundaries that were put in place. Make sure that you protect your boundaries at all times. It's important, all right? Allow yourself to protect your boundaries before they get crossed. Remember that. So that's a wrap for today, guys. I trust that you have gained some valuable insight in this video. And as I said, this is based on my own personal experiences, and also through other engagements that I've had with other couples in the past. And this is something that can literally break a relationship if it is not handled carefully and with the sensitivity that it requires. So you just need to be aware, okay? Pay attention to your partner's behavior and address the issues as early as possible before things can escalate to another level. that's the end of our discussion for today. I trust, as I said, that you have been enlightened about this topic. And if you have experienced, you haven't had a bad experience with a partner who was jealous of you or possessive of you, do let us know how that experience has impacted you and how you're able to overcome, some of the challenges that you may have experienced in that relationship or marriage. Remember, we are all on this journey together. We would like to hear from each and every one of you guys. Let's continue to just share those experiences with others so that we can empower others out there. And let's continue to grow this community. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, right? Click the subscribe button and let's continue to grow this community. Most importantly, don't forget to like and to share this video with as many of your friends and family members, colleagues, as you possibly can. I love you guys and keep well. Until next time, God bless. Ciao for now.